Hi there, Free Spirit Beaders. This is Kristen Fagan here, back with a new episode of Free Spirit Beading here on the Softlex Company YouTube channel. Hello, how's everybody doing today? Happy to see a few of you on here already. We are going to be making a beaded bracelet design with the new April Showers Bead Mix that just launched on the website last week. You can find it at www.softlexcompany.com. And I looked at the stock before the video and it looks like we are down to about 8 packages left. So if you like this bead mix, be sure to go ahead and jump on. Hi Lydia, welcome. Good to see you today. So if you like the bead mix I'm working with and you haven't grabbed it yet, there's 8 left and it's called the April Showers Bead Mix. Thank you for sharing, Damien. Hey Damien, I know that you usually share this video with the VIB group page, but if you haven't yet, can you please also share it with the Softlex Company Facebook page so that we can let people know there that I'm live also, even if they're not in the group. Hi Sue, welcome. Good to see you this morning. We have been kind of cloudy, so I was a little nervous about the lighting in here, but the sun seems to be peeking its way out, so I think we should be okay. Oh, good. I wasn't sure if you shared it both places. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate that. So today is April 29th, and we currently have a great create your own sale going on offer at our website. You can find that at softlexcompany.com. If you are a retail customer, hey, I'm glad you made it live. Yes, yes, yes. Did you get a chance to look at the macrame button or the button clasps that I sent you? Those 2 videos to see if they help at all? I hope that they do. So yeah, we have a great create your own sale going on our website right now. If you spend $50, you'll get 10% off. If you spend $75, you'll get 15% off. And if you spend $100, you'll get 20% off. All US orders that are over $50 also get a free shipping option at checkout. So this is a great sale if you've been waiting to buy something and you just want to go ahead and bite the bullet and go get it now. Anything, it's off your entire order, so it's anything at our website. It's also a great sale if you've been wanting to get something that we don't put on sale that often, like some of our professional tools don't really ever go on sale. The extreme beading wire rarely goes on sale. There's a couple of things that, you know, if some books, things like that, they don't usually have too many sale options. So this is a great time to pick up stuff like that and just get a percentage off your entire order. Like I said, we're gonna make a bracelet with the April Showers Bead Mix, and we're gonna be using the Tranquility Trios Softlex beading wire pack today. It matches it really well. It wasn't exactly what you were looking for, but you did a search on YouTube and found what you needed. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's hard to know, exactly what you need for the specific design you're working on. So I'm glad you were able to find what you needed on YouTube. We also just launched last week the Mom Rocks Design Mystery Kit. So if you want to pick up one of those, I think we've only got about 12 left of that. And that is our next kit for the Design and Reveal Challenge that happens at the end of the month. The way our kits work is you buy the current kit that's on sale right now. It's the Mom Rocks kit. And then at the last Wednesday of the month, Sarah goes onto the Softlex Company Facebook page at 1 p.m. Pacific time and does a live reveal of the mystery kit and challenge, design challenge. And then if you're in our VIB studio group, and if you're not, go ahead and join it. It's our Facebook beading community group. Then you post the designs that you're working on, and Damien is sharing the Mom Rocks Design Kit link, thank you. You post the designs that you're working on, and then we tally them all up at the end of like a 2-week period and just randomly choose a winner for a free kit in the future. It's a lot of fun because you've got the option of winning a free kit, but really the most fun is seeing what everybody else is designing with the same kit that you purchased, so you can see all sorts of different ideas, inspiration, and how everybody's creative mind works just a little bit differently to help spark your creativity. So that's really the fun with that. All right, let's get busy. Let's make some jewelry. I'm gonna turn you guys down to my beading table. So happy we got a little bit of sun coming in. So let's see how this looks here. Let me just move you guys over. Okay, so we are going to be working with this bead mix here. It's called April Showers. We partnership with Jesse James Beads to make these exclusive bead mixes for us. So you can only get these through Softlex Company, this particular mix. And they always do such a great job. So we're going to be using this today. And like I said, they are limited quantity. We only have about 8 left before I went here and looked on this video, jumped on the video. So it's got some beaded beads, all different shades of blues, bright blues, some sort of, these are like a black bead, but it has like an AB finish on it. We've got some cage beads, which Jesse James is known for, and these little raindrops, some really, really pretty colors in there. I've got a lobster clasp. This is a 15mm silver plated lobster clasp. I've also got some ear wires because we have time. I'm gonna make a pair of earrings too. So these are the Softlex. I think these are, they might be silver filled, and they have a little ball on the end of them. I just have a little bag of jump rings in case we need those. And I've got 2 large crimp tubes. These are the 3x3. Hold on. These are the 3x3 mighty crimp tubes. And I've got my mighty crimper that I'm going to be using with that. So this is just like a regular crimping plier, but it has larger notches here to accommodate those larger crimps. And I've got my Softlex Professional Tool Flush Cutter. Hello from Missouri, Kathy. Welcome. Good to see you this morning. And this is the Trios Tranquility beading wire set I'm going to be using. So Trios Tranquility is made up of 3 10-foot spools of Softlex beading wire in our medium 0.019 diameter, and it comes in these beautiful blues. We've got blue topaz, we've got tanzanite, and we've got dark blue lapis. I'll just sort of, hello Mary from Texas. Me and the wire, thank you. That is sweet of you. So I just love these blues we're gonna be using today. Let me wipe my little table down. I've been trying to not use a bead mat so that you guys have a little bit clearer of a picture here. And I think it's working out okay, the last couple of videos I've done. So I'm gonna try and keep with that trend. Hopefully I won't need to bring that in here. So I've got my mix and I am going to be making a bracelet. I'm going to be starting with 1 strand each of the wire colors from the Tranquility Trios. I've got an 18-inch strand of each of them. So this is the dark blue lapis, this is the blue topaz, and this is the tanzanite. I've also got some bead stoppers here so that my design does not roll away on me. My beads don't roll off on me as I'm working. And I started to string half of the bracelet so that we can just work on the other half together. Mary says her favorite color. Yeah, just blue in general, Mary, or is there one of these particular blues you like? Or is just any blue your favorite color? I've definitely warmed up to blue in the last, I would say, couple of years. It wasn't a color I gravitated towards, and now I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Just blues, any blues. So the way we're gonna work on this design is we're gonna make this sort of little dancing bead bracelet. So you can see that the wires kind of go around in through these beads, and then we're using these rondelles here in the center to anchor them. You could do a design like this where you crimp in the center, but if you have a bead that has a hole that's just tight enough to fit 3 strands through and then doesn't really move, like now it just wiggles a little bit, but it doesn't really move. It kind of holds itself in place, and that kind of acts like a stopper for us on this design. And I like this design because you can open it up, you can move these beads out and let the wire be seen a little bit more and be looser, or you can tighten the beads up and make it be a little bit snugger. So that's a lot of fun. This little focal bead is also from the April Showers bead mix. It's the only one, it just came with the one, so I thought it was a nice focal for us today. So I'm gonna sift through here and find the beads that I was working with. So I've got a couple of these little, the smaller teardrops. And I'm gonna need that little rondelle. That one. And then I used a bunch of these little hexagon shaped. So really I use a group like this, the teardrop, one of these matte round beads, and this little hexagon as the beads here in the floating part, and then the rondelle is what grabs it together. So I've got 2 of them on this side in the dark black color, and then I also have 2 in these like tanzanite colors. So I'm going to pick up one of those, 2 of those. Did you guys catch Sarah's video with the April Showers design kit yet? I know that was on Facebook on Wednesday. I think the replay might be up here on YouTube as well. Kathy did. Mary did also. Oh, good. And Lydia, of course. I just got to see Sarah here. She's in Phoenix right now, visiting some of her family. So I got to go to lunch with her on Saturday. That was really nice. She looks super cute and pregnant. I said, you know, she said to me, oh, I don't usually get to see you other than your face. And I said, same for you. I said, I keep forgetting that you're pregnant because I don't get to see your cute belly. All right, I think I have, oh no, I'm missing one more. One more teardrop. One more teardrop. And now I think I have enough beads to make the other side. So these are all the beads that are still left in the mix after we make this bracelet. There's still a ton of beads. I used 13 beads on this side. Then we have the focal, and we're going to use 13 beads on the other side. So I'm just going to take my bead stopper off here. And I want to mimic what I did here. So I'm going to string on all 3 strands. I'm going to string one of these black rondelles. And then I'm going to open up my strands and just string randomly one of those little hexagon beads, one of those matte beads, and one of the raindrops. So I'm just randomly picking these up. Stringing one bead on each strand until I've got 3 beads, one on each strand. Just like that. And then you gather them again. And now I'm gonna put on the more tanzanite color rondelle. I love the tanzanite colors. I think they are just so, so pretty. And that is how my little cluster looks. Kathy says, I would not have thought to lose a drop like that. Yeah. Truth be told, I really just opened up the kit and looked for beads that I had enough of the same of that I'd be able to work a design like this. And so I kind of separated all the beads out to see what I had. And it just worked out that I had quite a bit of those little teardrops. And they work really cutely. So same thing, I just randomly pick up a bead. I string it on each strand. String one bead on each strand out of that 3 group. I pigeonhole myself sometimes. Yeah, we all do, right? You kind of get stuck in what you're doing or an idea of how something should be, and it's hard to deviate from that. So now we're gonna gather all those wires up again, string another rondelle, and push that down. And then, like I said, you can play with how open or tight you want this to be. I think that's one thing that's really nice about the design challenges is you get to see so many different ideas of people using the same kit you got, the same beads you got, and how they put it together. And that just sparks some new thoughts for your own stuff. And now I've got my last rondelle. Go ahead and string that on. And now I'll show you guys there. That's the full bracelet. I'm just gonna measure it out. And that is perfect for me. So that measures 7 inches. The average bracelet size is 7.5 inches, and that's actually what fits my wrist really well. And I tend to leave about, well, you could probably leave about 1/2 to 1 inch, depending on your clasp. So I may actually just tighten these up a little bit so that when I put my clasp on, I don't end up with a bracelet that's too big for me. I'll just punch that down. Okay, let's see how that helped. Oh yeah, see, so now that I tightened those beads down on my wires, now I have a bracelet that is 6.5 inches, and that is perfect for me to add my clasp and my crimps. So now you need to pick up one of those beautiful jumbo crimp tubes, 3x3 millimeter mighty crimp tube. String that on, just like that. And then let me grab so these crimp tubes are really great if you're using, if you have more than 3 wires of soft flex, of medium soft flex going back through your crimp tube. So in this case, I have 3 wires coming out this way. Even if I just took 1 wire and went back down, I would have 4 wires passing through that crimp tube. So that's how I know I need to go up to the 3x3 millimeter size instead of the regular 2x2 millimeter size. And in this case, I'm actually gonna take all 3 wires and go back. So I'm gonna string all 3 wires onto my clasp, my lobster clasp, and I'm gonna string them back in through the crimp tube. So now I have 6 wires passing through that crimp tube. And when you're working with more than 1 wire, you just want to make sure you are putting your wires in a way that they all kind of line up instead of them sticking out the way they were before. So you want to fiddle with them on this side until you're at a spot where you're happy the way your wires look. You have enough room for your clasp to move around, and you're ready to crimp. So this is the Mighty Crimper, and this is like a traditional crimping plying tool. So there's 2 notches. There's this back notch here, which is called the crimper, and the front notch here, which is called the rounder. Sorry, it's having a little hard time focusing. We're going to take our crimp and we're going to sit it in the back notch first. So you'll see there's 2 little notches, little half circle notches there. We're going to sit it in the second one, the back one, closest to the joint of the tool. And then you're going to give it a little squeeze, just like a firm handshake. You don't have to go real super strong. You'll see there it gives your crimp a divot, we're going to turn our crimp. So I crimped it this way. I'm going to turn my crimp 90 degrees. I'm going to place it into the first half circle, which is called the rounder. So I've got it right in there, and I've got the divot facing out, and I'm going to give it a squeeze. And then I'm going to go around in that rounder a few times, and I'm just going to turn and squeeze and turn and squeeze until I really feel like my crimp is nice and tight on those wires. And what the crimp tube is doing is it's really cinching down that tube into the nylon of the Softflex wires, making it super secure. So now we can go ahead and use our flush cutters using the flat side, pushing the flat side all the way up to our crimp, as close as you can go, and trimming that off. And so now I've got the one side with my clasp. So now I'm going to move my beads down a little bit to bring them closer to that crimp. So I'm just going to take all of these and just smush them down. So it gets nice and tight, or as tight as you want it, towards your crimp tube. You do want to just kind of play with your bracelet and make sure it makes the shape you want nicely and it isn't too tight. I think we're okay here. You take off your bead stopper, and then you'll add your crimp tube to the other side. Now on this side, I'm just going to create a little, you can either create a loop and attach it to a jump ring, or you can just use the wires and create a loop, and then you can use that loop as your clasp. That is just your preference. So same thing, we just take the wires out, around, and back through the crimp tube. And I just use my left hand to push the crimp tube down towards the bead, and then I hold it with my right, and then I use my right hand to pull those wires tails down. And then I just kind of fiddle with these up here again so that I can get them to be even. When you're working with 3 wires, you just have a little extra step there of making your loop even. And now I'm just seeing what makes me comfortable to clip onto. I think we can get a little smaller. And I'm using a 15mm lobster clasp, if I didn't say that before. So there, you can make it so that you just clip it right onto that loop, or you can make your loop really small and add a jump ring at the side too. I'm just gonna make it clip right there. So same thing, I pick up my mighty crimping tool when I'm ready to crimp, place that crimp in the back notch, just like that. Turn it 90 degrees, put it in the forward notch, the rounder, crimp it again, and go around a few times. Ooh, I have a little bit of a rogue. Wire there. So what I'll probably do is trim that one off. So I'm going to cut my tails. And because this particular one just is kind of flying away, I'm just going to trim this one out. We don't really need it there. So I'm just gonna trim that one out like that. No harm, no foul. And we're all done. And I'm also gonna come back in here because I have a little bit of a tail there. I'm gonna trim that off. And then I can pull my bead closer. So there we have it. There is our April Showers, a little teardrop bracelet. And I think we've got time for a pair of earrings. What do you guys think? Since I have some leftover tails here, right from my bracelet that I cut off, I think I'll go ahead and use those. Let's see. So which color would I like to use? I'll probably use, when I'm looking at this, what color stands out the most to me? I'm thinking the dark blue lapis or the tanzanite. Oh, actually the tanzanite. What do you guys think? That's the tanzanite and that's the dark blue lapis. Which wire would you prefer for earrings to match the bracelet? I'll let you guys decide. Oh, we could add a little tassel to our bracelet too. The tanzanite looks good, Softlex Company says. I've got some little gray tassels. And I think I just got one blue tassel. I always like adding a little tassel to my bracelets. So Softlex is tanzanite. Lydia says depends on the beads. Emily says tanzanite. Kathy says tanzanite. Okay, so we're gonna go with tanzanite and we'll pick out some beads to match. But first, I am gonna pick up, oh, sorry. Ow, I hit my toe. First, I'm gonna pick up a jump ring and just open that and add a little tassel to the bracelet because tassels make things more fun. Okay, now that feels complete. And because this little tassel is very tanzanite in color, I think the tanzanite wire is going to be super good for the earrings. So let me cut out, I'll probably just do one earring on camera here. So we've got this piece, which is about, oh, I say it's about 6.5 inches, it looks like. And let's pick out what we think would look good as a focal bead. Maybe these 2 cage beads. We've got 2 of those. Those could be a pretty focal. I might have to dump. We have 2 of these large black beads with the AB finish on them, so those could be an option. These can be an option. I don't feel like these little pearly ones really match, so I'm going to put those aside. I don't feel like these really match either. What do you guys like better with the bracelet? Do you like these cage beads as a center focal, or the larger black AB ones? Cage beads. Yeah, I think the cage beads feel like they fit. I agree with that. Okay, so we'll do the cage beads as the focal, and then we'll pick out a few beads to go on either side. So let's see. What do I have left that I had used there? I have a few of these matte beads, so maybe I'll put one of those on each side. And then I have a couple, anything smaller. Ooh, I have a couple of these tassels. I don't know if that works or not. Let's see. Should I go kind of, since I don't have a whole lot of, Lori says, I got here late. I purchased my first design kit. Mom rocks. That's for sure. Can't wait to see it. Hey, well, I'm excited. You know, people have been posting. What do you guys think about being a little more like asymmetrical with the earrings? And kind of being a little fun with that. Like they're a little unconventional, but I think that that's okay. Maybe I'll put one more of this guy like on there on that side. What do you guys think of that? I'm kind of liking it. It's not like a traditional symmetrical earring. Put the tassel at the bottom of the cage bead. Oh, that could work. Let's see. So Lori, I'm excited for you to get your first design kit. People have been saying in the group they're really happy with that one. Okay, so that would be that. And then we'll have to attach the little tassel at the bottom. Oh, I think that will be cute. And this way I was able to use, I only had 2 left of these and 2 left of these. And so I'm able to kind of use those that were in the bracelet. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and crimp this. So yeah, we've been seeing people post in the Facebook VIB group that they got their packages this week and they're really happy with that particular kit. So I'm excited to see what everyone makes. Yeah, I like Lydia's idea of putting the tassel down at the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so I just took out two 2x2 crimp tubes, and I'm gonna string, let's see, do I want this to be like a hoop or like a dangle? I think a dangle seems nice, actually. I was originally thinking hoop, but so how we do a dangle is we string both wires up through the 2x2 crimp tube. So if we do a dangle, it kind of shortens it a little bit like that, which I think is okay. And then it'll have the little tassel at the bottom. Cute. And then from your wire tails, you're going to take one tail and you're going to go back down through your crimp tube, and you'll just pull on the tail until you get a loop that you're happy with. Remember, this is the loop that's going to attach to your ear wire, so you generally want that to be smaller. And then you can even play with this wire tail if you want to make your dangle longer or shorter. So this one pulls down for the little loop, and this one you pull for the big loop. And then I'm going to take my magical crimping pliers this time. And I'm going to place my crimp tube right in the center notch of my magical crimpers. Squeeze it down like a nice firm handshake, and it will give me 4 little pinch corners. Turn it 90 degrees, place it back in, close it again. And then we've got our little bead. So I was wondering, guys, what do you think about my 11 o'clock Pacific time timing that I tend to do these videos? I am wondering if I should move it to maybe noon. Would that make it easier for people to show up or harder for people to show up? When I started this, I started it at noon Arizona time, but it was always 11 Pacific time. And now that we're on the same as California, 11 is a little early sometimes for me to get myself together. And so I was curious. I just was thinking about it today, and I wanted to ask you what your thoughts were. And then we're just going to add a little tassel at the bottom. Do you like the time that I'm here? Or do you find it would be easier if it was an hour later? So I'm going to go ahead and just open up another jump ring. I have sort of a little oval jump ring. I don't think it matters. Whatever jump ring you have size-wise is fine. You're just going to grab your jump ring with 2 pliers and twist your wrist to open it. And then you would add your tassel. Anytime before 2 California time is good for Kathy. Okay, that's good to know. It definitely would be before then. 12 AZ works for me, says Lydia. I know. I'm not sure if I'm going to change it, but I was just thinking about it today, and I thought that I would mention it and see what you guys thought. And anyone who's watching this later, if you want to comment and let me know if you'd be able to make it if I did it a little bit later too. Oh, how cute is that? So all we have to do is add on our ear wire and we're all set. That was a great idea, putting the tassel down at the bottom. Thanks, Lydia. I can listen on my way to work if it's after 2 p.m. Yeah, my kids start to get home. I pick them up around between 3 and 4 from school, so it wouldn't be that late. It would definitely just be like now or maybe an hour later. So I'm using these little ear wires from Softflex Company that have a little ball on the end of them. And I'm just going to take my chain nose plier and twist to open up that space to slide on my earring. And then I'll grab a hold of it again and just twist it back. And then I like to just kind of, well, maybe not squeeze it that tight, but kind of squeeze it so I know it's nice and tight to the ear wire and I don't have to worry about this sliding out. That looks good. Yeah, my fingers do go with the kit this week. I painted them last week and then I was going to change the color and decided to keep it because it works perfect. Kathy said, I would love to see more people tune in, so whatever works to get more people tuning in. I agree. Yes, that is why I'm asking, because I just would love to have more interaction and more people here live. And so if moving it out an hour makes a few more people able to join us, that would be really fun, and I'd be happy to do that. So there's our earring. I'll make the second one off camera. You guys don't have to see me make the same one again, but there we go. We've got our earring and our April Showers bracelet. I'm just gonna put this up. Oh, I've got a ton of bracelets on today. I'll put this up here so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like on. I really like that. When I was doing this, actually, when I was kind of practicing before the video, I thought this would make a really nice necklace also. You can either stop it here and add chain or Softflex wire up the back, or you could take it even further using more beads and do it up the back. But I thought that that was a really nice design for a possible necklace as well. Hi, Josephine. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome. So I just finished our video, but once I post it on the YouTube page, you can watch the replay anytime. I'm going to flip you guys back up so that we can, oh, I've got my doggy right here under my feet. There we go. So I can say, I can say goodbye. I hope you liked what we worked on today. Again, I used the April Showers Bead Mix and I used the Trios Tranquility set. I want to let you guys know of some upcoming videos this week. So we have a video on Wednesday. We have a Facebook Live Softflex sale happening on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time with Sarah Ayler over on the Softflex Company Facebook page. Those are always really fun to tune into and see what we've got. With the Softflex live sales, I never know what is going to show up. They just gather stuff from the warehouse, things that we have, all sorts of beads and tools and findings and wire. There's yeah, bonus points for doggy. Yeah, she's right at my chair, so I couldn't scoot it over anymore. So we have that going on Wednesday. On Thursday, James Browning will be posting a new Conversations in Wire video from his series here on our YouTube channel. So if you are new here, be sure to subscribe. This way you will get updates when we post new videos, and you'll see James's series as well as my series. We also move all of our design videos and tutorials that we do on Facebook, we move over here to our YouTube channel as well. So if you're not on Facebook, you can still see all of those tutorials when we move them over here to the YouTube channel. And then we have me back here next Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time for a new Free Spirit Beading episode. Be sure to leave in the comments if you would be able to make it if I changed it out an hour till noon. That would be 12 o'clock noon Pacific time. If that makes any difference, I would love to know, because we would really like to grow the people that are able to join us live, and then it's really fun to be able to talk to you guys about beading and have your input and all that good stuff while we're designing and making stuff. Lastly, I just wanted to let you know to check out our blog. If you go to softflexcompany.com and click on the School of Design tab at the top, you'll actually see links to our beading blog, as well as free project ideas that we have for beading that are maybe not, they can be videos, but they might not be videos. They might just be actual written projects. And then we've also got articles on there and all sorts of good stuff. So go ahead and check that out when you get a chance, and shop up until tomorrow at midnight. Today is April, I said 29th, right? Yeah, today is April 29th. So until tomorrow, we have a choose your own sale going on. You can save up to 20% off. It's just based on your subtotal. So if you spend 50, you get 10% off. You spend 75, you get 15% off. You spend 100, you get 20% off. And all US orders over $50 will have the option to choose free shipping at checkout. So thanks again for being here with me today. It was lovely to see you all. I hope that you liked the designs we worked on. If you did, give me a thumbs up here on the video, and I will see you guys all next week. Have a great week, and lots of love. Bye.